Today we will show a demo that will help AIX users to deploy AI in their environment, and we will show how to run prediction for data on AIX. The data is stored in DB2 database on AIX. In this demo, we will use TensorFlow framework for machine learning model. TensorFlow model is built and deployed on Linux Little Endian LPAR using Watson Machine Learning Community Edition. Watson Machine Learning Community Edition, known as WML CE and formerly known as Power AI. AIX LPAR access this model using REST APIs. This helps AIX users to run prediction on the data present on AIX LPAR. Since AIX and Linux LPARs are on same system, this benefits in leveraging secure, high speed and low overhead data movement between AI and enterprise processing environment. So let's get started with this demo. As you can see, I have two LPARs, one Linux and one AIX on same power system. To start with, first we need to install Watson Machine Learning Community Edition on Linux LPAR. First install some basic tools. Once on my system these tools are already installed, so I need to install Conda environment. Watson Machine Learning Community Edition can be installed using two-way or can be run on two ways on power system. One is using Docker image and one is through Conda environment. For this demo we are using Conda environment. First I will install Conda environment or Anaconda on my system. I will download the Anaconda script. Once this script is downloaded, I will run it and that will install Anaconda on my system. Now I have installed Anaconda in my environment. Let's initialize the environment. For Power AI, we will need Python 3.6. So downgrade the Python. So now my environment, my Conda environment is set up for Watson Machine Learning Community Edition. Let's install Watson Machine Learning Community Edition known as Power AI image. So first we need to configure the channel for Power AI image. So this is the channel from where you can get the Power AI image. Now this channel is added. Now I will install the Power AI image. This is a Power VM environment, so GPUs are not supported in this environment. We need to install CPU only image. So I am installing Power AI CPU image. So now we have set up WML CE. For the example that we are going to show, we will use Flask server to export REST APIs. The default Flask version that comes with this environment is 1.1.1, which is having some already known issues. So we need to downgrade the Flask version to 1.0.3. So I am going to download it. Now our environment is set up for running example. So let's go to the example directory. So this is my example directory where I have a client and a server directory. On the server we have train.py, which is a model generation code. Flask Linux server py, this is a code to start Flask server and load the model and export REST APIs, and this is the data that we will use to generate the model. So this data is some merchant information which are using a company network for credit card processing, and some of those merchants defaults in paying the fees. So there are some parameters, based on that we will create our model. So let's start train.py. to generate the model. So now my model is generated. You can see This H5 file is the model, and there is PKL file for data transformation. So now I am going to load this model using my Flask server. So now my Flask server is loaded. Now let's go to the AIX system. On the AIX system, data is stored in DB2. So I am going to connect to my database. So this is the database where I have stored the table for merchant records. This is my table. Let me show you some records from this. So these are some records stored in this. So this is the same information what we have shown in the history, only the prediction we will do for whether they can default or not. So I will go to the example directory here where I will be running the client and going to run the prediction. So here what it will do, so here I have this script called Flask AIX client. If we will see this script actually use the Python plugin to pull data from the DB2 and send this data over the REST APIs to the Linux helper and get the prediction for that particular record. So now I am going to run this script. I need to give DB2 to use DB2 to fetch the data, then the host name, where my server is running, the port number, and then I will give a particular merchant for which I want the prediction. So as you can see, it has fetched the information from DB2. This is the data it got from DB2. It sent this data over the network to the Linux helper using REST APIs. Then the transform data is here, and then the prediction is here that this merchant may not default. So what we have seen today, that how you can install Watson Machine Learning Community Edition on Linux helper in a Power Enterprise system and host a TensorFlow model for scoring data which is sitting in DB2 on AIX. I hope you have liked this video. Thanks for watching.